Everybody, welcome back. Another character review, Ghost, this time with the stats that are actually in game. Talk about what I think if she's worthy of bringing into Dark Dimension 3, 4, wherever you're at. For me specifically, it's 4. And yeah, just kind of a general feel for this character, this Pimtech stuff. You know, a lot of talk about him, whether you want to build him up or not. You know, I'll share my opinion as I go through it. There's a couple reasons why she might be okay for bringing up by herself into Dark Dimension 4. It just depends on where you're at with other tunes and if you want to use the gold and resources on this character. So anyway, we'll cover the kit, we'll cover the stats. You know the drill if you've been here before. If not, I hope you enjoy.
Bring me WolverThor!
Alright, first up, we've got her basic Intangible Strike. Attack primary target for 250% damage and reduce speed bar by 25%. That's pretty solid, very Coulson-esque. The T4 gives you an additional 50% damage, which is probably meh. I don't expect that being very exciting. You get the speed bar reduction there, which is really the most exciting part of that attack, to be honest. And, you know, without any T4 increase there, you're probably not dropping anything on the basic. And we'll see, let's see. You know, the other ones have reasonably, her special's got a semi-short cooldown, so yeah, even with the damage increase, you're probably not T4 in that. Special is likely your first turn ability given the energy situation. It's called Fatal Flux, and it's a 4 out of 4 energy. Apply 2 random negative effects to the primary target, so the focus is going to be important. Plus transfer 1 positive effect, excluding taunt. So she'll apply 2 negative effects, assuming she's got high enough focus and there's no immunity. And she'll transfer 1 positive effect from that character to herself. Attack primary target for 270% damage. She gains 2,000 extra focus, which is great, plus 2,000 extra focus per Pimtech ally. So it's for her, when she's got the full Pimtech team, this is going to be huge because she's basically going to always apply those random effects. If it's just her, we'll see. We'll remember that the 2,000's got to come up, or I'll try to at least. Random negative effects per Ultron bot are defense down, offense down, and slow. T4 there, what is that, 50% damage again? I'm not really loving that. Nothing I'm going to do with that T4 more than likely. Ultimate. So this is likely the reason you're going to consider bringing her into Dark Dimension, regardless of whether you've got Pimtech or not. It's called Quantum Explosion. It's a turn 2 ability, attack, and it's a 5 turn cooldown here, so well, hold on, I'll get to why that's important in a second. Attack all enemies for 290% damage, plus prolong all negative effects by 1 on each target, which is awesome. Steal 10% health from all enemies and redistribute to all Pimtech allies. All Pimtech allies receive an additional 2,000% health. This bypasses heal block. This attack is unavoidable and cannot be blocked. So we want to talk, well, T4 is before I want to talk about this ability and why it might be the only reason you bring her into Dark Dimension 4. Attack all enemies for, or the T4s. Additional 60% damage there. Great. The additional 5% health steal, I like that a lot, especially in a Dark Dimension situation. That's going to add up. Now, it's not like Phoenix where you guarantee to get to do it every time you use her in a node. But again, we'll talk about that in a second. And then you get the additional 2,000 HP to the Pimtech allies, which is whatever, honestly. So, what we want to talk about here is the steal 15% health from all enemies and redistribute to all Pimtech allies. So if you only bring Ghost into Dark Dimension, 3 or 4 or whatever, she's going to do this every 5 turns, unless you've got a battery for her. And it'd be nice to have, I mean, I would say Shuri, but she's legendary. You know, you'd say Star-Lord, but he is a cosmic. So you've got to find somebody that you can potentially get energy from here. Otherwise, you're sitting here hoping that she survives for 5 turns. Now, I will say that she's going to get all the health, so if she's down to almost nothing, she's going to go back to full. But again, you guys know how Dark Dimension 4 or Dark Dimension 3 worked. You'd be lucky to survive a turn. So this is potentially on a 4 to 5 day cooldown. Okay, so you really, I mean, yeah, I mean, especially some of the what do you call them? The data mines that you're seeing for Dark Dimension. I mean, some of the stuff's where it's like characters going to alt every turn. Characters going to only use special and alt. It's like, okay, so Black Bolt's going to basically use his special and alt every turn or every other turn. Okay, so you're not going to survive, right? So when I look at this, you know, I like that you get that, you know, 10 to 15% HP reduction. But again, it's going to be potentially on at least 3 to 5 day cooldown more than likely, unless you go full Pimtech, which you get more evades. But if the entire board is full of enemies who are all alting, then those evades are going to go away very quickly. So, I don't know. Anyway, this ability is still great. I like it, but this is one of the reasons you might consider bringing just Ghost into Dark Dimension. Her passive, on turn, she gains evade, so that's great. So she should be able to extend her turns a little bit, again, unless there's a lot of AoE or specific focus on this character. On allied Pimtech dodge, heal that ally for 10% of this character's max health. The T4 bumps it to 5%, which is good. I'd take that if I was using Pimtech. She has 20% dodge chance and a 50% chance to counterattack. The T4 there, an additional 5% dodge chance, which again, like I mentioned, you want that to be as high as possible if you're going to bring just her in for Dark Dimension so she can hopefully survive and get to that ultimate more often. And then the 100% chance to counterattack, okay, whatever. I don't really care about that. In Dark Dimension, so this is the Dark Dimension part. On allied Pimtech dodge, instead of healing just that ally, you heal all Pimtech allies for 10% and then 15% if you do the T4, which the passive and her ultimate are really the only thing I'm looking at T4, to be honest with you. So instead of healing in Dark Dimension, instead of healing just that Pimtech, you heal all of them. For this character's max HP, which again, you want red stars on, if you didn't get it, and it matters what her stats are when we look at those in a second. If this character has 3 or more Pimtech allies, when an enemy gains a positive effect, there's a 75% chance to seal that effect and apply it to a random Pimtech ally. That's pretty good. I kind of like that, but you're getting it naturally. Granted, it's specific to Dark Dimension, and it's probably going to be super hard. I feel like that's a little underwhelming, to be honest with you. On any Pimtech ally's turn, apply evade to that ally. Again, that's awesome if you've got all of Pimtech. Now, this is the other part where you might bring in her into Dark Dimension if you don't have all the Pimtech. On enemy's turn, apply offense down to that enemy. It's the yo-yo ability. So you basically got Yo-Yo and Minerva in a character for global if you want to bring just her into Dark Dimension. She also gains 10% speed, and Pimtech allies gain 10% speed. So now I want to talk a little bit about this concept of bringing her in by herself, because it's this yo-yo aspect, which again, it matters for her focus. She only gets the focus bonus on this special that I was talking about before. So if her focus isn't good enough and she's not landing this part goes away. Now I know with my yo-yo, who I played with a little bit in Dark Dimension 3, she wasn't landing it like I needed to, okay? And if I'm recalling correctly, Ghost's focus is lower than yo-yo. So I'm not loving this ability here. Again, unless you get 6 or 7 red stars on her, then go for it. And you're going to drop a bunch of, cash or get lucky on the orb drops to get 180 or something like that. So, the kit's decent. It's not bad. I still worry about bringing her in. I don't know if, I think I got 1 or 2 reds on her, so I can't. There is no point for me to build her at all, because that will do nothing. You need at least 4 to 5 reds on her, and let's be real, even with the Blitz, I don't expect to get top 100, so I'm kind of like, all right, well, whatever. But, with Pimtech, she's the cornerstone of Pimtech team in Dark Dimension. But even with the, on turn, gain evade on allied Pimtech dodge, heal that ally. That's still kind of nice for other game modes. It's not bad if they dodge. All right, you heal a little bit, but again, it's not a lot of, health. So anyway, let's go look at the stats. Okay, stat-wise, I got this giant spreadsheet. Pull the stats from msf.gg. Go check it out. Awesome website from Ty and Pimtoxy. They do a great job there. My baseline for these stats, level 75, 7 yellow stars, 4 reds, T14, 25% Stark, and passive level 4. You can see Doomway at the top, so you scroll down. Anybody who watched the Yellow Jacket already knows exactly where Ghost is at, and she's at number 46. Again, kind of underwhelming in my mind, considering that you like these newer tunes to be a little bit higher. Also underwhelming considering the fact that she gives health or healing based on her health is this terrible health rank. 118, I don't like that at all. I think it's terrible, but whatever. It is what it is. If they're dodging like crazy, fine. But again, it only applies for Dark Dimension. So even in the game, it might apply for just that character, but how much are they going to be dodging in, Blitz or whatever, or, any Gamma Raid? So her damage, 112, disappointing, but you're not bringing her in there for damage. Armor, 49, similar to the other Pimtech. Not bad, solid, 89, 78. Focus. All right, so this is I talked about before. Her focus is actually pretty good. So she comes out at 82, 83, which is great. She gains that, additional 2,000, which is higher than Psylocke, higher than Cyclops. I mean, I think where's Pyro or Hawkeye's insane. So she's like the third rate in the game with focus. Emma Frost is 11, so maybe fourth. But focus wise, when she gets that 2,000 on the special, she's gonna land it. It's pretty high up there. As far as the offense down, let's find Yo-Yo. Let's do the find search here. Yo, off to work to do. There she is. All right, so, I just missed her. So Yo-Yo's focus is lower. So you have about 1,000 more focus here. So maybe if you got more reds on Ghost and you've got some ability to bring her up, maybe you consider that. But, again, do you have that gear and is she that much stronger than what Yo-Yo's going to bring? But you got to remember you're getting that Minerva-esque ability on a 4 to 5 day cooldown depending on your energy and evade situation. Resistance, she's got 38. That's pretty solid. Not great, not bad. For a character like this, you're happy to take that. Her speed is 113, ranked 48 in the game. Okay, she's not going to be super slow there. And it's an average of 65. Again, about the same as Yellow Jacket. I showed this in the other one. Got a lot of 60s, 50s. Your top tier characters are in the 40s, and your top 3 are in the teens, and Doc Ock in 24. And it drops off severely after those 3. After that, it's kind of an Ultron-esque type character. So, Ghost, again, I didn't get red stars on her. So I'm not bringing her to Dark Dimension. My hand was forced. I can't bring in a character into Dark Dimension 4 who I think I got 1 red star on her, maybe 2. It is a waste of resources, so I can't touch her. But even if I have 4 or 5, if I had 6 red stars, I'd definitely at least bring her up to T12 and then think about it, and see if I had the resources for it and kind of think through the whole thing. So if you're in that position, it's not bad, but just know that you're basically bringing her for the Yo-Yo ability and a 3 to 5 day wait on that ultimate, unless you've got some way to bring her back to life, which doesn't exist, and you've got somebody feeding her energy for global. Okay, so that's and honestly, the only characters, and we'll look at this real quick. So I just had to check real quick, and really the only global tune is Captain America. So if you're thinking about bringing Captain America in and you hope the RNG gives her some energy, all right. Would I bring Captain America into Dark Dimension? I don't know, not unless I have a lot of high reds on them. So that's what I got with Ghost. I hope this was helpful for you guys. Again, the stats aren't bad, but not underwhelming, or they're not great, but not underwhelming. I'm not bringing her to Dark Dimension 4, but again, my hand was forced. So I know some players who I trust and are smart players, are planning on bringing her, and I think it's because of that reason. So appreciate you guys stopping by. Hammer down that like button, notification bell, subscription button. If you want to come talk in the Discord, links in the description below. Till next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.